And then when screwing this down, again, you don't want to over tighten because you could press the foam in.
You don't want to over tighten?
You don't want to, because if you keep tightening down, this plastic's just going to go, oh, you don't want to over tighten. Ah, I think that's the beginning of the video. Pilots, welcome back to Motion RC. I'm James, and today we're talking about the new V2 Air Titan coming to you from Skynetic. If you don't know, Skynetic is Motion RC's in-house brand that we are populating our collection as best we can, as fast we can, with a lot of awesome aircraft. And this is a classic, back with some upgrades and a brand new scheme, nice blue and black scheme, and just an overall awesome high-wing cub that you can have fun with at a great price. So as with all assembly videos, guys, in this video we will go over the specifications, then we're going to show you an unboxing, show you how everything comes out of the box. We'll go through a step-by-step assembly, and then we'll plug it in on the table, come back, and just talk through some of the features, because she's got a lot. I've always enjoyed flying the Air Titan. It's great to have it back, and with some of the upgrades, like the new Admiral motor, ESC, new spinner, prop, things like that, it's just an even better airplane than it was, and it's something that I think a lot of guys are gonna love. So let's get started with the specifications. Alright guys, the V2 Air Titan, again, it's EPO foam. She has a 1600 millimeter wingspan, which is exactly at 63 inches, so nice size, and even better, those top wings come off very simply with just 4 screws, and perfect for transportation, so something you can definitely fit in any size vehicle. She is 1287 millimeters long, which is just over 50 inches. Up front, she is powered by a 680 kV brushless outrunner 3520. And inside, she has a 50 amp brushless ESC with an XT60 connector already in there. And again, she loads from the bottom, and she'll fit up to a 4000 4S powered LiPo. And it's perfect. Our Admiral 4000 fits in there like a glove. She has 2 9-gram servos and 5 17-gram servos throughout. And as for your radio, you're going to need at least 5 channels, because you're going to have your ailerons, your flaps, your rudder, your elevator, and your throttle, but a 6th channel for this aircraft, which is awesome. She comes with a tow release mechanism already included, so I just plugged that into my landing gear port, and if you ever want to tow a flag, a banner, a glider, anything like that, the Air Titan is more than capable of doing that. So there you go, guys. That'll do it for the specifications. Let's take it out of the box. Alright guys, as far as the unboxing goes, what you're going to get out of the box will be 2 big wing sections. The decals are already on there, so you're not going to have to do any sort of decaling. You got your big fuselage piece, your vertical stabilizer, and your horizontal stabilizer. Then you got your landing gear, so you got the big bracket, and again, it's very stroke forward, as raked forward as far as the landing gear, so no problem with stalling this or tipping this plane over. Nice big wheels as well, already attached. Then you get your new propeller, your spinner, which is brand new on this V2 from the old one. Then you got your plastic bits, so you have your 2 bits that are going to help you attach your wings on top. Then you got all your screws and your linkages, control rods and horns, things of that nature in the baggie. So here it all is laid out on the table. Again, she's EPO foam. She looks really good and a great size at this price. For anybody looking to get into a high-wing cub that wants some presence in the air, then the Air Titan is 100% for you. So now let's go into a step-by-step assembly. First things first, you want to install your landing gear. So you're going to use these 2 screws. You can see they line up very easily, but get your landing gear installed right off the bat. It'll just allow the fuselage to sit without denting or damaging, and it'll be easier to put everything else on. So once you drive in those 2 screws, you can see your landing gear is done. Now the second step is going to be your tail section. So 2 screws are going to hold the horizontal stabilizer and the vertical stabilizer to the fuselage. So all you have to do is slide in the horizontal stab, make sure the holes, you can see through the holes, press in the vertical stabilizer on top, and then on the bottom of the fuselage, you're going to use these 2 screws here, and you're just going to drive them in And again, tighten down to the point where I wouldn't tighten them down past where they won't stop turning. So you can keep pulling on the fuselage. So you just want to tighten to the point where they feel nice and taut. But once that's all done, then you have your tail section is complete. Now we can move on to your main wing assembly. So now on the main wings, guys, you will see your flaps and your ailerons and your nav lights, which are included on the Air Titan, are all tied into this ribbon cable. So inside the fuselage, there's just 2 little ribbon spots. So it's a very simple connection. You're going to take your carbon spar, put it on one side of the main wing, then insert it into the other wing, make your wing go across. You're going to plug in those 2 ribbon leads, and then you're just going to route everything into the fuselage. And then once you press your wing on top, you'll see you have 2 plastic bits, and you're going to need 4 of the longest screws there. And that's how you're going to attach to the top wing. So the thicker plastic bit goes to the front of the wing, and then there's a thinner plastic bit for the back part of the wing. Then you drive in all 4 of those screws, and you are done with your main wing assembly. And now the last step is going to be your propeller and your spinner. So again, the spinner, very simply, you're going to put on your back plate first, then you're going to put on your propeller and just line it up with the nubs. Then you have a washer, then you're going to tighten down your nut, make sure that doesn't move, and then you just have 2 smaller screws to attach the spinner to the back plate, and you're all done with your propeller. So there you have it, guys. The assembly couldn't be any easier, and as I said, those 4 screws at the top are very simply removable. They're just hex nuts, hex screws in there, so you just unscrew all 4 of them, and the wing will come off, and 2 ribbon cables. You could separate the wings into 2 sections and transport it anywhere. But looking around her, again, I think she looks really good in the blue, and she is large and in charge. I mean, I'm about 6 feet, so you can see she is a large aircraft all out. And again, with the flaps, with the ailerons already included, she's a fun high wing cub that guys are going to have a lot of fun with. So I say, let's get her plugged in. Now I have a 4000 4S Admiral LiPo, as you can see here, and she is a bottom loader. So I'm going to turn on my transmitter, move it over to here, and then you want to flip her upside down. The beauty, it's a fat wing, so as long as your vertical stab is off an area, so like if you're at a work table, this is how I do it at the field. It doesn't matter, but it's just a little latch coming out, and then your ESC sometimes fall down. Just grab your XC60. There you go, your XC60's here. So let's get her plugged in. And then I push down all the leads for the battery there, and you do have a Velcro strap in here for her. So put that, make sure that wraps around, and then just press your Admiral 4000 down, and with the Velcro strap, she's locked and loaded, and you can see, I mean, it only fits one way. So as far as CG goes, guys, if you're using this pack or any pack that fits in there snugly, there's no point to CG, because if she doesn't CG well like that, then it was made wrong. But I had no issues, you know, with CG. Your tail heavy, nose heavy. She's CG's spot on right there. And your flaps. And I just have them at like a half flap setting. But they work awesome. But again, guys, I've been flying this thing around from the V1 version to this version, and I absolutely love the Air Titan. I had a lot of fun with the other version at Null in a combat, and I'm excited to have it back. Blue is my favorite color, so I'm excited about that as well. But these rake forward wheels, again, if you ever wanted to go with bigger tires, she can take it, and you just use a little, there's a little nut and the bolt here, hex bolt, so you can replace that as easy as she goes. They will definitely have float option coming as well, because the original had a set of floats, so that'll be there. And then take a look at the tow hook. So I just have it on the tow release. I just have it on the gear switch, and you can see when it's up, and then you would you know, put in your tow ribbon, and then you could just release it from the Air Titan, which is just a cool added feature. I don't know how many people do tow aircraft, but overall it's something that you can do. You know, I'm thinking maybe on July 4th, hanging a banner or something, hanging a flag off the back and taking it up, but overall She's a beautiful aircraft for the price. You're not going to find, I don't think, a larger high-wing Cub that's going to be with a lot of power to it as well. Let's bring up the throttle real quick. I am on a throttle hold, so let's take off the throttle hold. Let's see. She is powerful, so not gonna send that up too hard and blow everything off the table. But overall, guys, the Air Titan is a fantastic addition to the Skynetic lineup. Again, Skynetic being our in-house brand, so we're excited to have a nice big Cub in the mix again, which is awesome. And I think that'll do it for us here in the studio with this assembly video. So look out for the flight video, which might be already on YouTube if it's not already, but it is coming very soon. And guys, that'll do it for us here. So like, share, subscribe. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask in the comment section here on YouTube, or head over to Hobby Squawk. We have a forum thread available for the Air Titan and all our other products if you want to head over there as well. So again, I'm James. Thanks for joining us here at Motion RC, and we'll see you next time.